Hi, Bill. Thanks for watching. This is just a quick look at how Google views and ranks your website in the search results. So by knowing how the program works, we can take advantage to increase traffic to your site by getting it to the top of the list on the first page. So that way you're the first click and the first call when customers are searching for something, say, remodeling in Norwood. So I've got your website pulled up here, and I'd like to get all the drop-down menus showing all the services that you offer. The phone numbers are clickable to call, which is great. You've got real pictures of actual people, which helps kind of like build a rapport with the customer so they know they are a real person and not just some file photos off a website. The first problem I see though is that you don't have a secure website. Having a what's called an SSL certificate is one of the things that Google uses to make sure that your site is trustworthy. So it's going to be very hard to rank your site in the search results without having that site being secured. Now, as far as Google is concerned, how it's going to rank your website, it's going to use two different factors. The first is the content. So the layout of the pictures and text doesn't matter. Google's just a computer, so the first thing it's going to do is count all the words on the page. It's going to be looking for about a minimum of 1,000 to 1,500 words per page. It just assumes that the more words you have, the more of an expert you are in your field. So we just want to have more text and more content than your competitors. Now, when it's counting the words, it's also looking for keywords, which would be any kind of word or phrase that a person might type into Google search, which is usually going to be a service that you offer and then also a location that you offer it in. Now, this is where the number of words comes into play because you're only allowed to have one keyword for every 100 to 150 words on the page. So in order to get found for more keywords, we just need to add some more text and more content on the page itself. The second factor it's going to use is what's called the authority, which is basically a popularity contest. And Google determines your popularity based on a couple different things. One is going to be a citation. So that's any time that your name, address, or phone number is listed in a directory. Those directories are things like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. The good news is all those directories are usually free. It just takes some time to find them all, register, and then fill out all the information about your business. The second thing that adds to the authority is what's called a backlink, which is basically another website that refers back to your website. It's almost similar to a customer review where if you had one review on your website, people would think you do pretty good work. But if you had 1,500 or 2,000 five-star reviews on your website, people would think that you do excellent work. So it's the same thing with Google, except it's just using other computers to refer back to your website. Now, to determine how this affects your ranking, to go back to our search here, the first thing that you're going to see that comes up is what's called the map pack. Now, this is actually really important because nearly half, about over 40% of people, will just click on one of these top 3 listings. Now, the good news is it's also free to get in here. You just need to fill out your Google business profile, which is actually inside of your Google Maps app now, so you can do it right from your smartphone. When you fill that all out, you want to make sure you fill out all the fields, so your business name, your address, your service area, even your hours of operation. You want to fill out everything that you possibly can. Then you want to continuously add photos of work that are geotagged within your service area, have customers post reviews, and then you want to get as many of those citations as possible. Your name, address, and phone number in those directories, you want to get them listed in more directories than anybody else on this list so you can get to the top. Then underneath that is what we have, what's called the organic search results. This is where the higher the authority or the more trust Google has in your website, the higher up in the list that you're going to rank. So just to demonstrate this, I'm going to pull up a tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs. I plug your business website into it, and it basically just shows all the behind the scenes thing that Google uses to determine the authority of your website. These are going to be all the other websites that refer back to your websites, those links I was talking about. For instance, if there was an article written for top 5 remodeling contractors in Norwood, and they had a little write-up about your business and it had a link that the reader could click and it would link back to your website, that would be one backlink from one referring domain. So just by comparison, what I did was I pulled up one of the people on the map packs and the top listing organically, just to show you what they're doing, how many referring domains or websites they have linking back to their website, and the same with this company. Now, the thing to remember here is it's not just a matter of the quantity, it's also the quality of the link. So for instance, if you had Pizza Hut linking back to your website, Google knows that you're a contractor, you're not delivering pizzas, so that wouldn't give much relevance and wouldn't give much support for your website. So then the next area we want to look at is the keywords. These are all the keywords that are being found on your website, and also shows the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So the object here is to do some research and find all the most popular keywords and make sure that those are being included and found on your website, so that way you're coming up in the search results for them. So then if your website was ranked, say, in the #1 position, so you're the top of the first page of Google for this keyword, affordable renovation, let's say conservatively speaking, of the 150 people that are searching for that, only 10% of them click on your website. So that'd be 15 people clicking, and then only half of those people actually want to get jobs done. So now you're looking at about 7 jobs per month coming in just off that one keyword. Now, I don't know what your profit margin is per job, but I'm assuming that 7 extra jobs per month would definitely add some revenue to the bottom line. So I hope this information was helpful and it allows you to get an edge over the competition and help increase your online presence. If you'd like to go into any more further detail about any of it or want some help or guidance with getting this all set up, please feel free to reach out. I'd also love to get your feedback just to know if this video was useful at all for you. So thanks, and I look forward to speaking with you.